Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for yoga tonight. So I like to start with a reflection, and this is something that I received a couple weeks ago from an email called the Daily Om, and it is called Finding Nature in Your Neighborhood. And this one kind of uh, called to me. Both cities and suburbs offer wildlife bountiful nooks and crannies in which to hide, which can make it difficult to spot the animals that live in our midst. Many animals thrive among paved streets, sidewalks, buildings, parking lots, and high rises. There are animals in abundance burrowing in the soil of center medians and tiny backyard gardens, making nests in the trees that line broad and busy avenues, and buzzing around the flowers that beautify our parks. To find these creatures, we only need to stop, look, and listen. Nature's drama is continually playing out on the window ledges where weary birds stop to roost, in the shadowy places where cautious nocturnal mammals wait for night's mantle to fall, and in the fountains where playful waterfowl splash and frolic. When we observe the animals that share our habitat, we become a part of their beautiful, complex, and exciting world. Recognizing that you share your surroundings with a wide range of animals can make you feel like part of the grand circle of life and help you appreciate the importance of a healthy environment. And just listening to the song, the shrill calls of birds, the hum of bees, and the sweet squeals of city-dwelling mammals can be a symphony that helps you develop a deeper connection with the natural world. That kind of called to me because we know from research that being in nature is not just enjoyable for the moment, but it helps us in a healthful way. It helps us to down drive our driven nervous system, and helps us to reduce stress and to be more connected to what's beyond us, which is healthy for our well-being. So I totally recommend taking walks in nature and just listening to the sounds, looking around for the little creatures and birds. And another way to connect and enrich our well-being is through yoga. And that's what we are all gathered here to do. So find a comfortable seat. Bring your hands in front of your legs and just hug in. Just hug in a little bit and notice what you feel. Let the tops of your shoulders soften. You feel yourself sitting up maybe a little bit taller. Can you notice the crown of your head is maybe a little taller in your body? And let your hands rest in your lap. And connect with your breathing. Can you notice your next inhale? And when you breathe out, and it begins again. Breathing in and breathing out. I invite you to put one hand on your chest, the other hand on your tummy. And just notice as you're breathing. You may find that your upper hand is moving more than your bottom hand. And I suggest that maybe you let your tummy loosen and round as you inhale. And as you exhale, draw those muscles in towards your spine, just gently. Inhale, let your tummy round. Exhale, draw those abdominal muscles in just a bit. Let's do that a few more times. We're using our diaphragm when we breathe like this. It's the big muscle that kind of separates our torso. That kind of comes under the rib cage. Inhale, the diaphragm comes down a bit to let the air come in, and then when we exhale, it comes back up as the air leaves the body. So when we think about it and mindfully tummy round when we inhale, in when we exhale, we're giving that motion a little more oomph. Let's do that 2 more times. And let your hands rest in your lap and just notice how you feel. Notice if anything is changing. We're gonna let the back of your hands rest on your knees or your thighs, wherever it's comfortable. And add a simple movement. So notice the next time you breathe in, and as you breathe out, let your fingers start to curl, just lightly. And then inhale and let your fingers open. Exhale, let the fingers start to curl, not to a fist, just a little bit. Inhale, let them open. Let's do that 2 more times. So exhale, curling in. Now, open the hands 1 more time. And then let your hands rest again. Just noticing how you feel. Let's bring the fingertips in front of you and start to walk the fingertips forward. Just come to a place where you might feel a sensation, but not discomfort. And then you can maybe soften your elbows. But honor your body. Notice how your lower back feels. We're not going into pain or discomfort. And can you let your head be heavy? So we're starting to loosen the muscles in the upper back and the lower back. Don't go too far. And then walk your fingertips back. Good. All right, now we're going to bring the hands around your right thigh. Walk your fingertips forward again and kind of fold over that right thigh. Let yourself breathe. And feel free to inhale through your nose and exhale through a little space between your lips. And then come back up to sitting. You can walk your hands back. Let your right hand come down outside of your right hip. And then reach the left arm up and overhead. Let your left hip stay on the floor. You don't want to lift the hip up off your mat. Take a couple more breaths here. Can you feel making space along the left side of your torso, your left ribs? Let's take 2 more breaths. That hand up, come back up to sitting. And now we're going to bring the hands in front again. them forward, not too far, honoring your body, being careful with your body, softening your elbows, keeping the breath flowing. And then walk your hands back a little bit and face your left thigh. Walk your hands out a bit and fold over that left thigh. Feel free to inhale through your nose and then breathe through that little space. One more breath. So sitting up, let your left hand come out your left thigh and the right arm come overhead, keeping the right hip on the mat or the floor. Breathing. Maybe finding space in your right rib cage, the right side of your torso. Space, and we're breathing. Let's take one more breath here. Back up to sitting. Good. Now let the arms, inhale and reach the arms overhead. You can follow with your eyes. Turn your palms away from each other. Exhale your arms down. Do that again. So inhale. Let your inhale lift your arms. Exhale, let your arms just float down. Let's do that one more time. So inhaling, lifting, following with your eyes, exhaling, and your arms float back down. That's good. All right, so we're gonna make a change, but we're gonna start the same. So we're gonna inhale the arms up and overhead, and then take a turn to the right, and then let your arms float down. Your right hand behind, your left hand in front. And you sit nice and tall, and let the tops of your shoulders soften. Taking a turn to the right. Notice how it feels on the inside. Let's take 2 more breaths. Moving the spine. All right, now we're going to inhale, reach the arms up and overhead again. Face the front and then turn to the left. And exhale, let your arms come down. Left hand's behind, right hand is in front. Taking a nice turn. Making it nice and easy. After the shoulders are softening. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Your spine, be nice and tall. Let's reach the arms up, face the front. Bring your hands down in front of your legs again. And then on your inhale, let your chest come forward and lift your chin. As you exhale, round your back and tuck your chin in. Inhale. Think about your chest coming forward, your heart coming forward. Exhale, rounding and tucking. Let's do that 2 more times. Let's take a pause to notice that we just moved the spine in 6 directions, and those are the 6 directions that it can move. We moved it forward and back. We moved it side and side, and then we turned side to side. You just notice how you're feeling from the inside. Maybe a little more energy. Maybe you're feeling some things loosening up, percolating, and joy. Now let your right leg straighten. You can keep your left knee bent. And we're going to face that right leg and just let yourself fold over. You can wiggle your toes if you like. Breathing. And then let your right arm come inside the right leg and just give it a little hug until your left shoulder opens. You can reach that left arm up and maybe over. Oh, take a couple breaths right here. Notice where you feel the sensation. Like the mind's eyes circling around. Maybe it's in your shoulder, maybe it's in your hip. Don't go into discomfort or pain. Now we're going to take that left arm down and behind you to the floor, behind your left hip. Let the right arm come down and around, and you can maybe lift up on that left shin, or you can just lift that right arm up. Come to where it feels comfortable in your body. Maybe let yourself expand. Then when you're ready, bring yourself back down to sitting and fold over that right leg one more time. Now we're going to bend the right knee in and let the left leg come out. And first, fold over the left leg, wiggle your toes, kind of testing the waters here. And then bring your left arm inside that leg. And notice how if you give it a little hug, the right shoulder might want to open. So let that happen. Let your right arm lift. Feel the breath. Let's take one more breath here. And then bring that right arm down behind the right hip. And then the left arm is going to circle around and it can just reach up. Or you can lift your hips up and come onto that right shin. But whatever is working in your body. 2 more breaths here. Expanding. And now to sitting, if you are lifted up, fold over that left leg one more time. Good. And come back up and just notice what's going on the inside. Good. And now we're going to come around to hands and knees. So let your knees be under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. And then you can walk your hands up an inch or two. Spread your fingers. We're going to breathe up and down the spine. On your inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone. As you exhale, round your back. Let your chin tuck in. Inhale, your spine arch to the floor, and exhale. Spine rise up to the seat. So you're moving with the breath. And can you move one vertebra at a time? And honor your body, where you are right now. Do this one more inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to make a little change. Now with the inhale, let your shoulders come forward. And on your exhale, let your feet come flat and bring your hips to your heels. Inhale, lift yourself up. Shoulders forward. Exhale. Hips towards heel in child's pose. Let's do that one more time. Down to child's pose. And feel free to stay here for a few breaths. You can cross your arms, rest your head. Feel yourself breathing. Let's come back up to hands and knees. Good. Now we're going to let the right leg come back Then straighten back behind you and take an inhale here. And on your next exhale, bend that right knee and let your chin come towards the knee. Inhale, expand the leg and lift your chin. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, expand. Draw in. Let's do that one more time, moving. Making space. Now, let your right leg come back and see if you can let your hips be level. Notice if your right hip is up and make it level with the left. And maybe you can bring your left hand forward. See if you can take a few breaths balancing here. And if you like, you can bring your fingertips to the mat and your toes down. Inhale, lift up, even if it's just a couple inches. Exhale, touch the mat. Inhale up. One more time. Now let your left hand come down. Let your right toes come down. And we're going to turn to the right. So you're going to see my back. So let that, we're going to turn to the right. Let your right foot come down. And you can swivel on your left knee. And then that right arm just wants to lift. So let it lift. Whoa. You feel your body expanding. Take 2 breaths here. And now we're going to bring the right hand back, the right knee next to the left, and let's bring the hips down and come into child's pose. Rest your head. And just notice how you feel. Does one side feel different from the other side? When you're ready, come back to hands and knees and let your left leg extend behind you. Okay. Your next inhale. Exhale, bend that left knee, let your chin, nose come toward it. Inhale, straighten back. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale behind you. Let's do that 2 more times. Last one, moving. Left leg is behind you. You can have your toes on the floor if you'd like, but notice your hips. Let your hips be level. And then see if you can bring your right hand forward. Take a couple breaths here. We're wobbling is allowed. We're taking a balance here. Try to just keep your breath nice and steady. One more breath. Right hand's going to come down. Left toes are going to come down. Now we're going to turn to the left. So let your body turn to the left. You can swivel on your right knee. Let your left foot come down. That left arm just wants to lift up. Whew, my hair's in my eyes. Ah. Ah. Just let your body find its happy place in this pose. Let's see, 2 more breaths. All right, we're going to bring the left hand down, face the mat, let your left knee be next to the right, and sink back down into child's pose. Oh, notice how you feel. Ooh, good, good, good. Now we're going to come up to standing. So you can turn your toes under, start walking your hands back. When they get by your knees, you're going to lift the knees up, roll the feet down. Good, we're standing, but the knees and the hips are bent. Let your hands come back behind you with the palms up. crown of your head is going around across the room. So inhale, let your arms sweep forward, come up a little bit. And then exhale, let your arms come back. We're going to take 3 more breaths to come up to standing. So inhale, sweep up a little bit more. Exhale down. Inhale, sweep a little bit more. Exhale down. And this time, sweep up, come all the way up to standing. Oh, your arms float down by your side. Oh, if you need to make any clothing adjustments, go right ahead. This is the time to get loose so you can walk it out, let your arms be loose. Maybe step the feet a little farther, let your arms just kind of dangle. Arms are going side to side. Slow it down a bit, and then just bring your weight from one leg to the other, letting your arms dangle. Put your hands, push the air away, going to the right, to the left, to the right. Now we're going to stand up a little taller, still letting your arms go around. But now, when the arms come around, maybe you feel that one arm on your back. And then let the movement calm down and we'll come up to standing. Ah, it's good to let everything go. Good. All right. So we're standing. We're going to inhale and reach the arms up and overhead, following with your eyes. And then exhale, let the right hand come down and come to your waist. Let the left arm overhead, press down on your left foot. Bending to the right. And maybe look down to the floor. And if you can, maybe look up to that left hand. Now honoring your body. Just doing what feels beneficial to your body. Getting lengthening on that left side. Take one more breath here. And then come back up, reach the right arm up, getting nice and tall. Bringing your left hand to your waist. Bending to the left, right arms overhead, pressing down with the right foot. Looking down to the floor. Looking up with that right hand. Inhaling and exhaling. Making space inside. Take one more breath. And then come back up. Let your arms come down. Good. All right. Now we're going to add chair pose to the mix. So we're going to inhale the arms up and overhead. And when we exhale, bring your arms down and around, and then bend your knees, bend your hips, and bring your hands forward. Inhale, back up to standing, arms overhead. And exhale, arms down and around, and come to chair pose. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, back to chair. Now let's do that one more time. And then come up to standing. Let's shake the arms. Bring your fingers to your shoulders and your elbows out to the side. And let's bring the elbows forward, up, back, and down. So we're circling our elbows, also circling our shoulders. And then pause wherever you are and take circles in the other direction. So forward, down, back, and up. And then we're going to find stillness in our standing. We're going to come to Just a stillness standing. So let your ankles be under your knees and under your hips. So your heels are about hip distance apart. And lift and spread your toes, and then let your toes come down again. And then lift the muscles in the front of your legs, the front of your chest, up to your shoulders. And then let the tops of your shoulders come down. It's like the energy is coming up the front of your body, down the back of your body. The tops of your shoulders soften. Let your fingertips come down, kind of reaching for the floor. Let your toes soften. Let your fingers soften. Your eyes will probably close. You're in mountain pose. Notice if there's movement. See if you can stay here and breathe until the movement ceases. Finding that standing stillness. Wiggle the fingers. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Let's see if we can come into a balance here. Shift your weight into your left leg and come onto your right toes. And maybe bring your right ankle to your left leg. Bring that right foot to the left leg. Just come to where it feels doable and beneficial in your body. Keep your breath nice and steady. And then when you're ready, let the right leg come down, bring all the weight into that right side of your body, come up on your left toes. And maybe bring that left heel to your right leg. Maybe that one side might be different from the other. But honor your body. When you're ready, you're going to bring both feet down. We're going to face the short end of the mat. And let your right foot come forward and your left foot back. And your left toes can turn out to face that upper corner of your mat. Bring your right hand to your waist. We're going to build a warrior one. We're facing the short end of the mat. Good. All right. So on an inhale, bend the right knee, lift the left arm. And as you exhale, come back to stand. Yeah, inhale, bending the left knee, the right knee, lifting the left arm. Exhale. Let's do that one more time like this. Doing something different on the right side of the body than the left side of the body. Good. And now let your right arm come down because we're going to come in toward you. So bend the right knee, bring both hands up and overhead. Good. Find your warrior. Spread your fingers. Inhale through your nose and exhale through that space between your lips. And inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. So we're going to inhale here. Now exhale, we're going to straighten the right knee and bring the hands forward and down. And then inhale, bending the knee, bringing the arms up. Exhale, move forward and straighten, bring the hands down. Inhale, coming up. And one more time. Bring your arms in front of you. And as you inhale, bring that left arm around. Exhale, bring the hands in front of you. exhale here. We're going to inhale, open the left arm. Bring it back next to the right. Let's do that one more time. And let your arms come down, step your feet together, and let's kind of walk it out. Let your feet be wide. And bend the right knee, the left. Nice and easy. Now maybe bend the right knee, let your left shoulder come forward. Left knee, let your right shoulder come forward. Just kind of going between the right side and the left side. One more time. To the right. And come back up to standing. And we'll face the short end of the mat again and build our warrior one with the left leg forward. So let your left leg be forward, right leg is back, and the toes are pointing toward the corner of your mat. Take your left hand and bring it to your waist. See if you can find stability in your legs. As if your legs could come together underneath you, even though they're separated. So as we inhale, we're going to bend the left knee with the right arm. Exhale, come back to center. Left knee. Exhale down. Let your left arm be down too. This time we're going to find the warrior. Let your hands both come overhead. Spread your fingers. Take a few breaths here. Feel like those legs together underneath you. You're finding the support from the waist down, lifting from the waist up. Inhale through your nose and exhale. 2 more breaths. Now we're going to straighten that knee, back down, arms behind you. Inhale back up. Over here, let's do that 2 more times. One more. Now bring your arms in front of you. You're going to see my back. Your arms are in front of you, reaching forward. And as we inhale, we're going to let the right arm sweep out to the right. Exhale, bring it back next to the left. Inhale, sweeping. Do it one more time. Step your feet together. Oh, oh. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to make our way down to sitting on the mat. So let's inhale the arms up and overhead. And exhale, bend your knees, bend forward, let your hands touch the floor. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, come all the way down. So let your fingers guide you. Hands are coming down, you're coming down to sitting. Oh. And let the soles of the feet come together. We'll come into cobbler pose. And maybe let the knuckles of the toes come together and your feet bend out from there. Gonna hold. You can let your thumbs come into the arches of your feet, your fingers over the top, or you can hold onto your ankles. Then inhale, lift the knees, exhale, flutter a little bit, up and down. Sit nice and tall. And exhale, let yourself fold forward. Coming to a place where you're not straining, not in discomfort. Maybe you're feeling some sensation in the thighs and the inner thighs or the hips. Be there and breathe. Let your breath do the work. So 2 more breaths. Back up to sitting. Bring your hands outside your knees and help your knees to come up together. Let's take a fold over. Let's hug the legs. You've got to fold over. And then we're going to come to lying down on your mat. So when you're ready, get yourself to lying down on your mat. You can extend your legs. And before we do some more movement, just let yourself tune in to that feeling of being here. Horizontal. And tune into that feeling of gravity. Feeling of the earth. Into letting yourself soften in the earth. Now, bring your feet together. Point your toes up to the ceiling. Bring your hands overhead. Good. And now reach your feet in one direction, away from you. Your arms in the other direction, ahead of you. Breathing here. And we're stretching. Good. And now we're going to hug the knees in and let yourself roll from side to side. Some circles with your knees. Circle in the other direction. Let your feet come to the floor. Arms by your side, your knees are bent. Walk your feet back, your heels back towards your hips. We're going to do a couple rounds of bridge pose. So when you're ready, press into your feet and let your hips roll forward and then lift your spine right off your mat. And then exhale, roll back down. Let's do that again. So inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. Good. Now, if you'd like to use your arms, you can roll up and let your right arm come behind you, overhead. And exhale, roll your hips down and let your right arm come. I will do the left arm. So inhale, lifting hips and left arm, and exhale. Let's do that again. Lift. Right arm, you can look over your left shoulder. Exhale, lowering down. Last one. Inhale, lift your left arm, look over your right shoulder. And then exhale. And now step your feet wide. Step your feet to the edges of your mat and then let your knees come together. Just feel the rest. Let your body rest right here. Check in with how you're feeling. Your feet a little closer together. We're going to lift the right foot off the floor. Bring both of your hands around that right shin. Interlace your fingers. And hug your right knee in. Now, straighten your left leg, but let the heel be an inch off the floor. Take a couple breaths right here. You can let your
left toes point to the ceiling. So reaching to the sole of that left foot of your right knee. You might feel your lower back is lowering to your mat. Going to keep the left leg nice, lengthened. And on your next inhale, bring that left leg up like the foot's going to the ceiling now. And exhale, let that left leg back down. 2 more times. So inhale, lifting the left leg. Exhale, lowering down. And the last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let that leg all the way down. And now we're going to take the right knee and bring it across your body to the left. So your left hand can guide your right knee across your body and let your right arm come out to the right. Take a couple breaths right here. If you're feeling some sensation in that right hip, don't go into pain. Roll onto your back again. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh and let that right leg straighten. Point and flex your foot. Right foot. And then release the hold and let that right leg come down. Nice and slowly. See how slowly you can let that leg come down. When it touches the floor, let's notice your right side, your left side. Let's feel. All right, now let's bend the left knee, hug the left knee into your chest, and let the right heel be an inch off the floor. Your right toes are pointing to the ceiling. You're reaching to the sole of that right foot. Couple breaths right here. Let your lower back come to the mat. Notice how you feel. And you're still breathing. Now we're going to move that right leg. So on your next inhale, let the right leg move up to the ceiling. So your foot's facing the ceiling. And exhale. Down. And then 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale. Coming down. You might want to point your toe coming down. See what feels good in your body. It's one lifting up. Exhale, let that right leg come all the way down to the floor. And now we're going to take the left knee across your body to the right. So your right hand can guide it over. Left arm can come out to the side. Let's take a couple breaths here. Two more breaths. And then roll onto your back. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Reach that leg up, point and flex your foot. Make some circles, circle in the other direction. All right, then release your hold and let that left leg come down super slowly. Let it rise. It's time for final relaxation. Let your legs be about mat width apart. And let your arms come by your sides with your palms up. And I will guide you through relaxation. It's the parts of you that are supported by your mat. Your head, shoulders, around the back, your hips.
those places. And soft. Take rest. Feel the pulse of breath. Bring awareness up to this in your face. This is between your eyebrows. And find that spot. You can crinkle it at first. Maybe bring your eyebrows together. And release. That spot soft. The muscles in your jaw. This muscle's soft. Your mouth might even open. It's okay. Bring your awareness down to your right shoulder and upper arm, elbow, right arm, the whole right arm, point, soft. Take rest. Then bring your awareness to your left shoulder, upper arm, elbow. Arm, in, whole left arm, soft. Take rest. Awareness. Through your spine, through your lower back. So right hip, thigh, knee, right leg, whole right leg, soft and light. Take rest. Inner awareness to your left hip, thigh, and knee, lower left leg, ankle, and foot. Whole left leg, and soft and light. Take rest. Is any place that's still holding on to tension, bring your awareness there, bring your breath there. You can feel like there's a cloud supporting you. And give yourself permission to let go for the next few minutes. Take rest. begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Notice your next inhale. Does it feel like it's lifting? Exhale. Does it feel like it's softening? Just feel yourself breathe. And then find some movement in your fingers and your toes. And let your head slowly turn to the right. Slowly turn to the left. And then when you're ready, reach your arms back overhead as you're laying down. Take an inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Feel that release. Make a sound. And let's do that again. So on your next inhale, reach back, exhale. Turn into a yawn, a sigh. And then slowly, taking your time, bring yourself back up to sitting. So you can roll to one side or the other. You can bend your knees. You can take your time. Maybe take your hands and press them into the floor. When you come up to sitting, bring your palms together and let's rub the hands and making some heat in your hands. Rub your hands together, feel them getting warm, and then bring your palms over your arms. A little bit more. And let's do that again, but this time, you're gonna rub the hands together and then bring them over your ears. Can you hear yourself, the sound of your breathing? It sounds like a shell. Did you ever get a shell and put it over your ear and hear that sound, the sound of the waves? And then bring your palms together in front of your heart. Bring to mind something that you're grateful for. A person, pet, an animal, a situation, anything at all. In that sense, gratitude from inside. Person, situation, whatever it may be. Gratitude blocks out negative feelings to let it grow inside. Spirit in me honors the spirit in each of you. Stay. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a good rest of your day, rest of your week. And I hope that the tools of yoga, some of the things that we did tonight, are things that you can use at any time to help you to calm down, to relax, to enhance your well-being. That's what yoga is all about. Thank you very much.